It's always a nightmare, isn't it, when the builders are in? Imagine you're told the repairs to your house, they're going to take 10 years and they're going to cost nearly £400 million. Can you imagine the builder going around there?
Yeah, I want to know how they got the quote.
Yeah.
Like, that'll be 3,000 tons of gold and a couple thousand...
How long do you think it'll take? I reckon 10 years.
Yeah.
So before we even get into this, you lot sound pretty opinionated. Put your hands up. You've got your yes and no's. Do you think the Queen should pay for this?
Do you think the Queen should be dissolved? I thought you were going to say.
Oh, no. Do you think that the Queen should pay or should we pay? Yes to the Queen paying or no to the Queen paying? Yes to the Queen paying, no to the Queen paying. People think the Queen should pay.
Wow.
That's interesting. It's kind of half and half, but a few
more greens than...
A few more greens.
But the trouble, do you think that MPs should pay for the House of Commons? Yeah. Why?
What with?
It's a heritage building.
Yeah, but they're just annoying.
It's a bit like checkers, right? It's a bit like checkers. Checkers does not belong to the Prime Minister. Checkers belongs to actually a charity, and then whoever is Prime Minister lives in it. Buckingham Palace belongs to the nation, and whoever is monarch gets to live in it because it makes them centrally located for whatever they have to do. But, you know, and it brings in a lot of tourism. So I don't have a problem so much with Buckingham Palace, but they do have 8 other houses under the Crown Estate.
OK.
So the Queen owns privately Sandringham and Balmoral, but Windsor Castle, I think we've got Clarence House, St James's Palace, the Royal Lodge at Windsor, there's Kensington Palace, there's loads of them. Do they need that many houses? And my favourite is Bagshot Park, which is ginormous, and it's where Edward and Sophie is their country residence. So they live in London during the week, and then they have a country residence with goodness knows how many staff. Sell it. Sell it. Sell it to a lovely Russian oligarch who's probably got squillions, and
Russian
use
what?
that.
Russian
no,
what?
Bagshot Park.
No, what's a Russian what?
Oligarch.
What's that?
A rich Russian.
Oh.
You know, like Roman Abramovich.
Sorry, yeah.
The guys
Like
that have got billions, use that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't pay for all of it, but maybe do that as a bit of a... Put it in the pot. But it is a heritage building, and I do think that the taxpayer has to help to maintain it.
Do you remember how upset everybody was when Windsor Castle burnt down? And when you see the pictures of the wiring and the plumbing and all this sort of stuff, and the wiring apparently is a fire hazard, so there is a
Gotta keep her
chance
safe.
Yeah, imagine how...
Gotta keep our Queen safe, right?
If we lost Buckingham Palace and maybe the Queen was in it, it would just be terrible. So
I think they could all sort of live in Buckingham Palace, like in a big sort of cooperative, collective...
Like a commune.
Housing,
like
and we can just sell off some of the other massive buildings that
Why
they don't need.
they just get sponsorship for it?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
They could do adverts on television.
We could sponsor it. Yeah, we could do the show from there.
Sponsor it.
There we go.
We could do the show in the balcony. Yeah.
Live on the balcony.
Too cold.
Too cold, now you're
Too cold.
From the dining room, round the... What's that you said?
I just said I like it here. I mean, it's such an iconic... I mean, it's iconic. I don't know how... You couldn't get rid of Buckingham Palace. You've got to fix Buckingham Palace.
No.
I mean, I don't know. It's like getting rid of the Empire State Building. I would just be devastated.
And maybe just do, as we all do with our houses, you know, when you want things doing, you just do a bit at a time when you can afford it. Does it really have to all be done? You know, just take the East Wing.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not
when
all being done at the same time. It's going to take 10 years.
No, but they say 10 years, but you know that means like 20 years.
Yeah.
You know when they come in, they're like, it's going to be this, it's twice as much as that, and then it's twice as long a project. It's going to be, it's twice as much money, twice as long, twice as aggravating.
But you know, they get another option maybe is that they get the Queen, quite rightly, I think, is on the civil list and gets paid a certain amount for doing what she does. She works very hard. But she also gets something from the Duchy of Lancaster, which is about 17 million a year. Yeah. Maybe she could just say, there you go, you can have that towards
Maybe she's quietly doing all this and we just don't know about it.
Yeah. She can do no wrong in my eyes.
I love
the Queen.
I love the Queen.
I'll do it for nothing. Just have a cup of tea with her.
You know, I'm pretty good with a paintbrush and accessorising and all this sort of stuff. I'll do it.
I'm great with DIY. Feature wall, maybe? A Queen feature wall?
I'm great at making tea.
Do you know what? I think if it's all to do with timing. If this had all come about around the time of the Jubilee, when we were all going, yay, royalty, it would have been like a big, massive DIY SOS Save Our Buck Palace special.
Yeah.
And Nick Knowles would have been there. There'd have been hordes of people running down the street.
Done in a week.
Yeah, it would have been done in a week.
Done in a
We'd all
week,
have
done
been
in a week,
crying.
done in a week.
I do
Yeah.
wonder, though, they do, you know, they've got a lot of PRs in the royal household, and I just think, why don't they anticipate this kind of stuff and just, you know, come up with a compromise before that figure gets out there?
Yeah.
Just say, because it is, I think if the Queen just said, look, I'll chip in this bit and we'll sell that house and whatever, and then the taxpayer pay half, I think we'd all be fine with that.
If you thought that got heated, wait until you watch these and click here to subscribe. You may as well. It's totally free.